In this lecture, we will be developing an app on which a person can upload his or her food recipe, and it's a real-time app. Anyone can check out the uploaded recipe also. So let's start with creating the first profile on this first device. So for that we require a photograph. I already have got some photographs on my desktop, so I will be selecting one of the photographs from there. So this is the ID and this is the password with which I am creating the first profile. Now let's log in into the profile, and this is the second screen the user is going to come across. Now let's hit this screen and see what is going to happen. So here the user's profile is getting reflected. Now if suppose she wants to upload any recipe of her, any food recipe. So what she has to do, she has to tap on this button over here, okay, and automatically she is going to come across this screen. Now here she needs to upload the main pic of her food recipe. So for that she needs to click on this camera button over here, and from the desktop let's select a photograph for, yeah, let's select this one for now. Fine. After this she needs to upload the ingredients for 12 servings. Now let's click on this and see. So this is the screen the user is going to come across. Now here she needs to upload the ingredients and the quantity of the same. So let's do that quickly. Okay, so we are done with defining the ingredients required for the dish. Now let's click on this step-by-step mode and see what's going to happen. So this is the page on which the user is required to upload the various steps of her food recipe. So here she needs to upload the photograph also. So this is step 1, and so we are done with writing down all the steps here. Now let's upload the photographs one by one. So the photographs that I've got on my desktop, these are GIF images. Second step, then this is of third step, then this is of fourth step, then of fifth step is this one, then sixth image is this, and the seventh one is this one. Now let's give a name to our dish, sponges. This is the name that I am giving to my dish, and let's publish the dish. Let's see what's gonna happen. So the dish is getting uploaded right now. Okay, it has got successfully uploaded. Let's now check out. Okay, so she is again back on her profile. Now let's see whether this a second person who is there on this platform will be able to see the uploaded dish and everything, whatever she has done on this platform or not. So for that we need to create a second profile. So this is the second device on which we are creating another profile. Let's select this one for now. And okay, so nisha@gmail.com, and Nisha is the password of the second profile. Now let's log in into our profile and see what is going to happen. Okay, so we have come across this screen. This is an animated GIF screen. Now let's click on this screen and see what's going to happen. So here Nisha's profile is also getting reflected. Now there are two options over here. One is discover and one is upload. So we are already done with checking out this option. So when the user will click on this discover, he is going to come on this screen only. So let's search for a recipe here. Now what was the recipe that Disha has prepared, Disha uploaded? The recipe's name was sponges, right? Let's search for this sponges recipe. So this is the main photograph. Okay, now let's check out the ingredients. What do we have inside the ingredients parts? Okay, so all these ingredients which were uploaded by Disha are getting reflected over here. Now let's check out the steps one by one. So this is step 1, preheat oven to 160 degree, and the photograph is also coming. Okay, this is step 2, mix the flour, sugar, soften butter, baking powder and eggs in a bowl until smooth using a hand mixer. So the GIF is also getting reflected, which Nisha had uploaded. This is step 3. Fine. And now let's tap on this screen and check out step 4. This is step 4, and the image is also getting reflected here. This is step 5, and the image is also getting reflected over here, and the step is also getting reflected, right? This is step 6, and what do we have in step 7? Okay, so everything is there, and when Nisha clicked on the last step, she's going to come across again on her profile. Now let's see how have we created this real-time application. So for that we need to come on this code.org platform. Now the screen which you're seeing here is the first screen that the user is going to see, where he has to enter his email ID and password and upload his photograph also. So this is the code for this button over here, for this login button. Let me just enlarge the size of the screen so that the code can be more visible to you. So this is the code over here. So when the user will hit this login button, which is present right in the bottom, this pink button over here, this login button, so what is going to happen? A table is going to get created with name users, and inside that table there will be 3 different fields which will get created. So the name of the first field is, just a second, so there will be 3 different fields created. One is email, the second one is password, and the third one is photograph. Okay, so this is the whole code. This is the whole code. So get image URL is the thing, that is a block that we have used for fetching the photograph. Okay, as usual. And besides, the user is going to get redirected on this screen 21. Fine, where he is going to see this GIF image. Now when the user will hit this GIF image, the user is going to get redirected on screen 2, where with the help of this code over here, we have fetched the information of this person, the person who has logged in into his account. We have fetched the information from the users table which has got created here, and the image of the user besides the email ID with which he has registered his profile on this platform. It is going to get reflected over here in these two things. Fine. Now let's come on the coding of this upload button. So the first thing that the user is going to see when he will hit this upload button is this screen, upload recipes. So here he is required to click on this button, right? When he'll click on this button, he will automatically redirected. He will get redirected to one of his computer or devices drives, from where he has to select the main photograph for his recipe, the photograph which will be shown to the user first. Okay, so the only thing that we have defined is coding for this button. What is the name of this button? It is ingredients. So this is the code. When the user will click on this ingredient button, he is going to get redirected on ingredients upload. Where is that ingredients upload? This is the one. Now here he is required to mention all the ingredients required for preparing the recipe for 12 servings and the quantity of each one of them. Once he is done with entering the required information, he is required to tap on this button over here, step by step mode, and this is the code for the same. Automatically he is going to get redirected on this upload steps screen. Now here he is required to upload all the steps along with the photographs. Fine. And he is required to mention the name of the dish also. Okay, so when he will hit this publish button, what is going to happen? All the information which he has entered here and here and on this ingredients upload, fine, all the information is going to get stored in this dish names table. A table is going to get created automatically on the data browser connected to the app. Let me just show you how it is going to get created. So the publish button was, I think, yeah. So when the user will hit this publish button, so the name is going to come from this portion. The name of this component is dish name. So on this dish name, a separate table is going to get created, inside which the email ID of the user, the main photograph of the recipe is going to get uploaded first, is going to get saved first, and then ingredient one and quantity one. The information of these two things are coming from this ingredients upload screen. These are the various components from which this information is coming from. Besides, when the user will come on this we need to upload the steps also. So the photograph as well as the step that the user is going to mention here, it is going to get uploaded with the help of this code. So these are the different fields which are going to get created and on the data browser or inside the table. And this is the code which we have used for fetching the images for all these steps, and this is the code which we have used for fetching the steps. Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and these are the various columns which will get created on the data browser inside the table. Let me just show you the table so that the things can be more clear to you. So in this table, sponges, which has got created successfully on the data browser when Nisha entered her first recipe, uploaded her first, sorry, Disha entered her first recipe. So inside this we have got the email address of Disha. Fine. We have got the main photograph. This is the URL of the main photograph, and this is the whole table. This is the structure of the table, the kind of table which is going to get created when a user will upload his or her recipe on this platform. So ingredient one, quantity one, and likewise we have the things for every other ingredient too. Besides, the steps are also there, and the photographs URL is also there in photo step 1. Likewise, we have got step 2, photo step 2, step 3, photo step 3, step 4, photo step 4, and so on. Fine. So this is how the information is going to get stored in the data table, which will get created on the data browser of the application. Now let's come on how what is going to happen next. So when the user is done with uploading the recipe, he is going to come across this screen. Where is that? This uploading screen, where he will see a GIF image like this. This is just a GIF image. Okay. So after this heading, after the information will get successfully uploaded, he can tap on this screen and automatically he is going to get redirected on this screen 1. Sorry, on this screen 2 1. I think he is going to get redirected on, not on this screen. Yeah, screen 2. Okay, the user is going to get redirected on this screen 2. Now if suppose a user want to check out the uploaded recipe, so this is the code for the same. Let me enlarge the size of the screen so that the code can be more visible to you guys. So this is the search food, where the user is required to type the name of the food he is searching for, and when he will click on this search button that is present just next to this search food component, when the user will click on this search button, so the information is going to get read from the name, from the table whose name matches with the name of the dish the user is going to enter here. Fine. So and besides, the user is going to get redirected on this check recipe screen, where there is a image component called recipe. So the information for this is going to get fetched up from this table, from the heading main photo. Okay, we have got a column inside that table with name main photo, in which the main photo of the recipe is present. The URL of the main photo of the recipe is there. So it is going to get fetched up using this set image URL, and the photo is going to get reflected here on this recipe component. After this, the user is required to click on this button, and automatically he is going to get redirected on this ingredient check option. Now for these things, for this information, this is a code. Okay, set text, and the ID of this is I1, this is Q1, this is I2, this is Q2. So the information for this is again going to get fetched up from this table only. Okay, and this is the code which I have used for fetching the information. Now when the user will click on this check steps option, he is going to get redirected on step 1. This is a step 1, where the user the photograph of step 1 as well as step 1 is going to get reflected. So this is the whole code that I've used for fetching the information for all these steps. check step 2, check step 3. Fine. So it's a very simple app. The only thing which is hard in this is the designing part. If you want to make it more attractive, you can do that. So when the user will tap on any of the screen, he is going to get redirected on the next step. Again, when the user will click on this screen, he is going to get redirected on the very next step. So this is a code that I've defined for the same. When the user will click on this check 1, he is going to get redirected on check step 2. When he will click on this check 2, he is going to get redirected on check step 3, and so on. Fine. Finally, when he'll come on this check step 3 screen, when he will tap on this check 7 component, he is going to get redirected on screen 2. Fine. So after that, if he wants to search for any other recipe, he can again type the name of the recipe here, and he need to tap on this button, and again he will be able to see every kind of thing related to that recipe. So this is the whole coding of this app, this real-time application on which a user can share his food recipe with other people, and the other person can also check the uploaded recipe or recipes in the real time. Fine. I hope you liked the lecture. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and please do share the link of this video with the other students too, so that they can also enjoy the free coding classes on my channel.